One of the biggest reasons your hair is not growing the way you want might not be your product, it's probably your protein moisture balance. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down protein treatments versus hydrating treatments, what your hair actually needs, and how to use both correctly for real results. So if that's what you're interested in seeing, definitely keep on watching and let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is one that I've been wanting to make because I feel like this is something a lot of people get confused about, and honestly it can make or break your entire hair care routine. We tend to see, and also we tend to make a lot of DIY hair treatments, what to mix, what to apply, but sometimes people don't really explain why you're using these treatments or when your hair actually needs them. So today we'll be talking about protein treatment versus moisture or hydrating treatment, what they do, how they are different, which one your hair needs, and most importantly how to properly incorporate both into your hair care routine without causing any damage. Because yes, you can actually have too much protein or even too much moisture. So protein moisture balance actually matters a lot when it comes to your overall hair care routine. So before we dive into them, you need to understand that healthy hair is all about balance. Your hair needs protein for strength and moisture for softness and elasticity. So when these two are balanced, your hair becomes strong, soft, elastic, and also less prone to breakage. But when one is too much or too little, then that is when the problem starts. Let's talk about protein treatment. When it comes to protein treatment, this one focuses on strength and structure. Protein treatments are all about rebuilding and also strengthening your hair. Our hair is made up of a protein called keratin. Over time, things like heat styling, chemical treatment, manipulation, and even environmental stress can actually break down that protein. So what protein treatment does is to basically fill in weak or damaged areas in the hair strands, strengthens the hair, reduce breakage, also helps the hair hold its shape better. So just in case you're wondering, how do I know if my hair needs protein treatment? So here are some of the signs to tell if your hair needs protein treatment. Excessive shedding or breakage. So if your hair is shedding excessively, if your hair feels too soft or mushy, if your hair is finding it difficult to hold styles, so if your strands are limp and also weak. Protein treatment is best for damaged hair, heat trained or color treated hair, over moisturized hair, and fine or weak strands. So there are certain key ingredients to look out for when it comes to your protein treatment, and they include hydrolyzed keratin, silk protein, wheat protein, and collagen. So when it comes to protein treatment options, you have two types, okay, just depending on what you want and what you prefer. So there are the store-bought ones. For example, I have this Afoji one. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. So this is a two-step protein treatment. Okay, you can find this in your beauty supply stores or wherever you get your hair products from, and there are also others as well that are equally good. I'll be sure to leave them on the screen. Another one is also this argan oil protein treatment. This is a collagen hair mask. It's an anti-breakage treatment for brittle, weak, or dull hair. So this also helps to repair dry, damaged, or color treated hair. Okay, this is also another good alternative, and this is quite affordable as well. Another option you have are your homemade ones. So there are so many DIY protein treatments you can make at home, from your egg masks, your fenugreek masks as well. Fenugreek is one of those ingredients that is actually packed with protein, okay, even your rice water as well, just in case you want to save a little bit of money and make use of what you already have at home. These are great options. There are so many DIY protein treatments you can actually make at home, okay. When it comes to protein, it can make or break your hair based on based on how you use it. So let's talk about how you can properly use or incorporate protein treatment into your hair care routine. So when it comes to using protein on your hair, it all depends. If your hair is damaged from heat, color damage, your hair is mushy, it breaks off easily, your hair lacks structure, or your hair is weak and overly moisturized, then you have to start incorporating protein every 1 to 2 weeks, okay, at the beginning. So you want to use deep protein masks, okay, not just light protein treatments, because your hair is in repair mode and this helps rebuild your hair structure. It is also very important to know that you have to follow up your protein treatment with a moisturizing conditioner, okay, because protein alone can cause the hair to stiff up and you don't want that. But once you start seeing improvement in your hair, then you want to adjust the treatment over time. This is when you start using the protein treatment every 2 to 4 weeks. And so for the second category, when it comes to using protein treatments on balanced healthy hair, if you fall under this category, your hair is not breaking off too much, your hair is not mushy, your hair is not damaged, you're not treating any heat or chemical damage, you still want to incorporate protein into your routine, you want to use light proteins instead. If you're using light proteins, then you can do every 2 to 4 weeks depending on what your hair needs. But if you're using strong protein, then you can do every 4 to 6 weeks or as needed. So the frequency here should be once a month or even less. This is basically just to help maintain that balance. It's also important to alternate between moisture and a protein treatment, okay, and also focus more on moisture, okay, because your hair doesn't need repair, just balance. If your hair is damaged, then protein is the treatment. But if your hair is like healthy, it has a balance, then know that protein is just for maintenance. So let's talk about some of the signs of protein overload. If your hair has too much protein, then your hair tends to feel hard, stiff, or straw-like. Your hair breaks off easily when you're manipulating or styling. It feels dry even after moisturizing. So if you tend to notice any of the signs, here is how to treat it. So the first thing you want to do is that you want to stop protein treatments temporarily, then focus on deep moisturizing treatment. You also want to make sure you're looking out for products without protein. Make sure your leave-ins, your shampoos, or any of the products you're using in general does not contain protein. This is when you want to add more hydration into your hair care routine. Now let's move on to moisture hydrating treatment. So when it comes to moisture or moisturizing treatments, they are all about hydrating your hair, softness, and improving elasticity. It helps reduce tangles, and overall it just makes the hair much easier to manage. So here are some signs to tell if your hair needs moisture. Hair feels dry, rough, and brittle. Your hair tangles easily, it looks dull, it breaks due to dryness. So when it comes to deep moisturizing or hydrating treatments, they are best for dry hair, high porosity hair, or any hair that is exposed to harsh weather conditions. There are two kinds. There are the store-bought ones, and also there are the DIY ones you can make yourself at home. When it comes to store-bought moisturizing treatment, there is the deep conditioners and also the hydrating masks, okay. Here I have this mega growth deep conditioner treatment, as you can see. So this is an anti-breakage and strengthening, restore, repair treatment. There are other amazing options out there as well that are also very affordable. When it comes to moisturizing masks, okay, this is a good option as well. This is the As I Am moisturizing mask. Helps to strengthen, moisturize, and deeply nourish the hair while repairing damaged hair. So this is also quite affordable. These are the store-bought ones you can get, and there are a lot of other good options out there just in case you're not someone who likes to DIY and all that. So let's move on to the DIY ones. So when it comes to moisturizing treatment, a good option is your aloe vera mask, also your avocado mask. Another good ingredient you can also use is honey, your banana. There are tons and tons of DIY options you can make. When it comes to this treatment, you can use them weekly or bi-weekly, just depending on your hair needs. When it comes to using moisturizing or hydrating treatment, it is important to incorporate heat for that, deeper penetration. So let's talk about moisture overload. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this enough. Here are some of the signs you should look out for. If your hair feels too soft, mushy or gummy, lacks structure, and it breaks easily despite it being soft. If your hair won't properly hold styles. So one of the ways you can actually help correct or fix moisture overload is to add protein treatment back into your hair care routine. Also want to reduce excessive deep conditioning and focus more on strengthening products. So let's talk about how to properly balance these two treatments to get the best out of them. This is where everything comes together: protein moisture balance. Keep in mind that your routine should include both, but based on what your hair needs. So here's a simple routine guide. So for weekly, you want to do moisture or like a deep conditioning treatment, and for monthly you want to do protein treatment, and you can just go ahead and adjust that based on what your hair needs. But most importantly, listen to your hair. Your hair will always tell you what it needs. For dry hair, add moisture treatment. For weak hair, add protein treatment. So just in case you've been struggling to know which treatments to use, or maybe you've experienced protein overload or moisture overload and you didn't even realize it, I really hope this video helps you understand your hair better and make better decisions for your hair routine. Because at the end of the day, healthy hair growth isn't just about products, it's about understanding what your hair actually needs. So guys, that is it for today's video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave them on the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.